Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Revised K-12 Curriculum, English, Grade 5, Quarter 2, Lesson 2. Our topic for today is about analyzing figures of speech used in literary text. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies and objectives. First, distinguish the different figures of speech. Second, identify figures of speech used in a story. Third, explain the purposes for the use of figures of speech in a story. Day 1. Let's have a short review. Questions. What you have remembered in the last discussion? Answer. Our past lesson is about analyzing story elements in a selection, especially the plot. We learned that the plot has the beginning, middle, and ending. In the beginning, we know the characters and setting. In the middle, there is a problem or conflict. At the end, the problem gets solved. We also learn how to find the climax, which is the most exciting part of the story. This helps us understand stories better. Activity: Unjumble me. Instructions: unjumble the letters inside the box to come up with the correct word that it represents. First, answer: simile. Simile. Second, metaphor. Metaphor. Third, answer: personification. Personification. Fourth, hyperbole. Hyperbole. Fifth, assonance. Assonance. Sixth, consonance. Consonance. Seventh, alliteration. Alliteration. Eighth, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Guide questions. Number 1. What are these words? Answer: these words are figures of speech. Number 2. Do you still remember how these words are used in the previous stories we read? Answer: yes. This lesson will help them master the different figures of speech that were present in the video story that you watched last week. Unlocking content vocabulary. Match the figures of speech in column A to their descriptions in column B. Write the letter of the correct answer to the blank provided before the number. Let's have the first one. Simile. Answer: G is a figure of speech that compares two different things using the words like or as. This comparison highlights similarities between two otherwise unrelated objects or ideas. Second, metaphor. Answer: B. It a figure of speech that directly compares two different things by stating that one thing is another. Unlike similes, this does not use like or as for the comparison. Third, personification. Answer A. It is a figure of speech in which human qualities are attributed to animals, objects, or ideas. It involves giving non-human entities human characteristics. Fourth, hyperbole. Answer E. It is a figure of speech that involves extreme exaggeration used for emphasis or effect. It is not meant to be taken literally but is used to create a song impression. Fifth, assonance. Answer F. It is the repetition of vowel sounds within closely placed words. It can affect the mood and rhythm of a piece of writing. Sixth, consonance. Answer D. It is the repetition of consonant sounds, typically at the end of words or within words. It can create a musical effect in poetry and prose. Seventh, alliteration. Answer H. It is the repetition of the same initial consonant sounds in a sequence of words or syllables. It is often used to create rhythm and mood. 8. Onomatopoeia. Answer C. It is a figure of speech where words imitate natural sound. These words sound like the things they describe. Now, let us talk about elements of a short story. Focus on plot elements. A simile compares two different things using the words like or as to highlight similarities between them. Examples. First, her smile was as bright as the sun. Second, he fought like a lion in the battle. Third, the water was as clear as crystal. Purpose: similes create vivid imagery and make descriptions more relatable by comparing the unfamiliar to something familiar. A metaphor directly compares two different things by stating that one thing is another without using like or as. Examples. First, time is a thief. Second, the world is a stage. Third, he has a heart of stone. Purpose: metaphors convey complex ideas in a more relatable and impactful way by directly equating one thing with another. Personification attributes human qualities to animals, objects, or ideas. Examples. First, the wind whispered through the trees. Second, the car groaned as it climbed the hill. Third, the flowers danced in the breeze. Purpose: personification brings inanimate objects to life, making descriptions more dynamic and engaging. Hyperbole involves extreme exaggeration for emphasis or effect, not meant to be taken literally. Examples. First, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Second, I have a million things to do. Third, he ran faster than the speed of light. Purpose. Hyperbole emphasizes a point or evokes strong emotions by making dramatic and exaggerated statements. Consonance is the repetition of consonant sounds, typically at the end of words or within words. Examples. First, the lumpy bumpy road. Second, Mike likes his new bike. Third, the ship has sailed to the far off shores. Purpose. Consonance creates a pleasing rhythm and enhances the musicality of language. Assonance. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds within closely placed words. Examples. First, the early bird catches the worm. Second, the light of the fire is a sight to admire. Third, I might like to fight. Purpose. Assonance affects the mood and rhythm, making phrases more memorable and lyrical. Alliteration is the repetition of the same initial consonant sounds in a sequence of words. Examples. First, she sells seashells by the seashore. Second, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Third, wild and woolly. Purpose. Alliteration enhances rhythm and mood, making text more engaging and easier to remember. Onomatopoeia uses words that imitate natural sounds. Examples. First, the bees buzzed in the garden. Second, the bacon sizzled in the pan. Third, the clock ticked loudly in the silent room. Purpose. Onomatopoeia adds a sensory dimension to writing, allowing readers to hear the sounds described. Today, you will rewatch the video story we watched last time. While watching, pay attention to the different figures of speech that the author used in the story. Look for examples of simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, assonance, consonance, alliteration, and onomatopoeia. Worked example. Number 1, simile. Answer, the moon glows like a silver lantern in the sky. The simile compares the moon to a silver lantern, enhancing its visual appeal and emphasizing its brightness. Number 2, metaphor. Yasmin's heart was full of the light of Ramadan. This metaphor compares Yasmin's heart to being full of light, symbolizing the joy and spiritual fulfillment she feels during Ramadan. Number 3, personification. Answer, the stars twinkled with a knowing smile. The stars are personified with the ability to smile, giving them human-like qualities and adding to the magical atmosphere of the night. Number 4, alliteration. Answer: families feast and follow the faith. The repetition of the F sound in families, feast, and follow creates a rhythmic effect that ties the actions together. 5. Onomatopoeia. Answer: the call to prayer echoed with a soothing hum. The word hum imitates the sound of the call to prayer, adding auditory imagery to the scene. Number 6, hyperbole. Answer: the delicious aroma of the feast could draw people from miles away. This hyperbole exaggerates the appeal of the feast, emphasizing how tempting and inviting the food is. Lesson activity: figuring out the figures of speech used. Instructions: read the following statements and identify the figure of speech used. Number 1, as brave as a lion, she stood in front of the crowd. Answer: simile. Number 2, the classroom was a zoo during recess. Answer: metaphor. Number 3, the wind howled in the night. Answer: personification. Number 4, I've told you a million times to clean your room. Answer: hyperbole. Number 5, the lazy lizard lounged on the log. Answer: alliteration. Number 6, the light of the fire is a sight to admire. Answer: assonance. Number 7, the bees buzzed busily around the blooming flowers. Answer: consonance. Number 8, bang! The balloon burst. Answer: onomatopoeia. Lesson activity: write me. Instructions: write a sentence using the following figures of speech. Number 1, simile. Answer: she ran as fast as a cheetah. Number 2, metaphor. Answer: my brother is a walking dictionary. Number 3, personification. Answer: the sun smiled down at us. Number 4, hyperbole. Answer: I am so hungry I could eat a whole mountain. Number 5, assonance. Answer: the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Number 6, consonance. Answer: Mike likes his new bike. Number 7, alliteration. Answer: silly Sammy swiftly slid down the slide. Number 8, onomatopoeia. Answer: the leaves rustled in the wind. Day 4. Learners' takeaways. Fill out the 3-2-1 strategy graphic organizer. 3-2-1 strategy. 3 things I learned today. First, I learned how to identify simile, metaphor, personification, and other figures of speech in a story. Second, I learned that figures of speech make stories more interesting and help me imagine what is happening. Third, I learned that onomatopoeia are words that sound like the real sounds they make. Next, 2 questions I would like to ask. First, how can I use figures of speech when I write my own stories? Second, are there other figures of speech that we will learn next time? And last, one interesting about our lesson. I found it interesting that words like buzz, bang, and sizzle are onomatopoeia because they sound exactly like the noise they make. Formative assessment, multiple choice quiz. Instructions, read all the questions, then choose the best answer for each item and circle the letter that corresponds to your answer. Number 1. Which of the following is a simile? A. The world is a stage. B. Her smile was as bright as the sun. C. The wind whispered secrets. And D. I've told you a million times. Answer B. Her smile was as bright as the sun. Number 2. Identify the metaphor. A. She is like a rose. B. The classroom was a zoo. C. The car groaned as it climbed the hill. Or D. The light of the fire is a sight to admire. Answer B. The classroom was a zoo. Number 3. Which sentence contains personification? A. The lazy lizard lounged on the log. B. Bang! The balloon burst. C. The stars danced in the sky. Or D. The early bird catches the worm. Answer C. The stars danced in the sky. Number 4. What statement uses hyperbole? A. The flowers danced in the breeze. B. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. C. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Or D. The bees buzzed busily around the blooming flowers. Answer B. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Number 5. Which sentence uses consonants? A. The lazy lizard lounged on the log. B. The light of the fire is a sight to admire. C. The ship has sailed to the far-off shores. Or D. The bees buzzed busily around the blooming flowers. Answer C. The ship has sailed to the far-off shores. Number 6. Identify the sentence with assonance. A. The old oak tree stood tall and strong. B. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. C. Big brown bears baked blueberry bread. D. Bang! The balloon burst. Answer A. The old oak tree stood tall and strong. Number 7. Which of the following sentences contains alliteration? A. The car groaned as it climbed the hill. B. The ship has sailed to the far-off shores. C. Wild and woolly, the classroom was a zoo. Answer: C. Wild and woolly. Number 8. Which of the following sentences uses onomatopoeia? A. The old oak tree stood tall and strong. B. The classroom was a zoo. C. The clock ticked loudly in the silent room. Or D. The stars danced in the sky. Answer: C. The clock ticked loudly in the silent room. Number 9. What figure of speech is used in this sentence? The night was as black as coal. A. Metaphor. B. Simile. C. Personification. Or D. Hyperbole. Answer: B. Simile. Number 10. Identify the figure of speech used in the statement. Time flies when you're having fun. A. Simile. B. Metaphor. C. Personification. Or D. Alliteration. Answer: C. Personification. Number 11. Which sentence is an example of consonants? A. The early bird catches the worm. B. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. C. Mike likes his new bike. D. The sun smiled down on us. Answer: C. Mike likes his new bike. Number 12. Choose the sentence with assonance. A. The lazy lizard lounged on the log. B. The light of the fire is a sight to admire. C. The clock ticked loudly in the silent room. Or D. The car groaned as it climbed the hill. Answer: B. The light of the fire is a sight to admire. Number 13. Identify the example of alliteration. A. The winds whispered through the trees. B. The classroom was a zoo. C. Big brown bears baked blueberry bread. Or D. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Answer: C. Big brown bears baked blueberry bread. 14. Which of these sentences contains onomatopoeia? A. The ship has sailed to the far-off shores. B. The cat sat on a mat. C. The river gurgled as it flowed. D. The stars twinkled like diamonds. Answer: C. The river gurgled as it flowed. 15. What figure of speech is used in the sentence, the ocean waves kissed the shore? A. Simile. B. Metaphor. C. Personification. Or D. Alliteration. Answer: C. Personification. And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.